We are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So Cardi B is getting clowned. As we know, she's currently on tour. She's been selling out back-to-back according to the fraudulent stats that have been reported. But a lot of people are also dragging Cardi B's ant booty that she's been walking around with, while she's been on tour. A lot of people are calling her ant booty, Squidward thighs, saying she looks a mess. She's being getting clowned all over social media. A lot of people are saying the butt is too hard, it's too heavy, and that's why she's not able to do proper choreography. Let me know how y'all feel about now. Hindsight, Cardi B did say that she was going to get reduced, so that's why I'm not going to go too hard, because at the end of the day, she did say she was going to get reduced. I also think she should probably get it removed. But at the end of the day, I think she knows that it looks a mess, because she did say she was getting it reduced to Kalani when Kalani went to see her on tour. So I think that she's going to be heading to the right direction when it comes to the BBLs. And here's the thing. BBLs don't look good at all. It don't matter who is on realistically. They just eventually don't look good because a lot of the girls don't get the thighs to match the ass. That's why they look so bad. Because they don't be getting the thighs to match the ass, and they don't work out to gain the thighs. So I'm not going to go too hard. I think eventually, hopefully, maybe one day, her body will fully come together. Now, Cardi B is also getting called out for copying Queen B. A lot of fans, especially the Beehive, have been calling Cardi B out for copying Queen B's choreography. Okay. As we can clearly see in this video, then she copied Beyonce's mute challenge. She does the mute challenge when she performs Pretty and Petty, which is a diss track to Bia. She says, name 5 Bia songs, gun to your head, I'm dead. And I can name 5 Bia songs because I listen to Bia. But, she copied Beyonce's mute challenge. She copied Beyonce's choreography. She copied some of Beyonce's looks. So the Beehive are calling her out. In my opinion, it's really not Cardi B's idea. She has a team. Her team tends to copy other people all the time. Cardi B's never been original. Cardi B has never came out with a single original idea. She also has copied Beyonce's breakdancing that she did for Renaissance. She also had Blue Ivy come out and do a breakdance for Cowboy Carter. But she's never been original. I don't know why people are really shocked. Now, Cardi B also took another fall again on stage, okay? She better be careful before that BBL pop. Like, it looked like she going a little bit too hard on stage for somebody that really can't dance, despite being a stripper. Now, this goes back to my point of, who are the 5 best female rap performers amongst the new generation of female rappers or the younger generation of female rappers. And I have always said Doja Cat should be number 1. Okay. Doja Cat's not falling all over stage. Her outfits fit. Her BBL doesn't look obnoxious because she did get her butt done. Okay. She did get some work done, but her BBL don't look obnoxious in her outfits. She has phenomenal stage presence. I feel like Doja Cat would be number 1 in my opinion amongst the new generation of female rappers. And she can tour by herself overseas, unlike Cardi B. Cardi B, if she could do shows overseas, she would be doing it. That blah, blah, blah. If she could do shows overseas, she would be doing it. Don't listen to Cardi B fans, garbage gang, saying, oh, the dates are coming. You would announce the dates now so people can buy them. Why would she announce them later while she's already on tour? You announce it now. Kendrick Lamar didn't do that. Beyonce and Nicki Minaj didn't do that. And I understand that, they're on a different level, but it doesn't make any sense. So for me, I feel like Cardi B gets brownie points or, points for just doing basic things, where Doja Cat, she really is the top performer. People say, Megan and Doechii, but their catalog is not that great. I'll be honest with you. I like Megan and Doechii, but Doja Cat has the better catalog amongst those two currently. Okay? Just off Planet Her alone is better than anything Megan has put out in the last 6 years. No shade. even though Planet Her technically came out 6 years ago. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, it looks like Cardi B gets humiliated yet again as fans were caught falling asleep at one of her shows. This gotta be fake. This must be AI. So this must be a prank. I know people are not falling asleep at the show. Stop. Y'all should not be laughing. It's not funny. But Cardi B fans are saying that, they came after work. So that's why they're falling asleep, because they worked all day and they're coming after work. So that's why they're falling asleep at the show. It's not because the show is boring. That's what the Cardi B fans are saying. Okay. I never seen this happen except at the Burna Boy concert. This happened to Burna Boy. I think that was last year, but wow. This is definitely not a good look. Wow, wow, wow. Uh-oh. A lot of fans are saying that Riri, she cannot be stopped, that she is again pregnant, and that, unfortunately, the Navy won't be receiving any type of music anytime soon. She was spotted at her birthday. The cake looked absolutely disgusting. I never thought people would have caviar on top of cake unless it's fake. But congratulations to Rihanna for turning 38. And with that being said, there's the pregnancy rumors coming back up again. I mean, to me, I feel like it really don't make a difference whether Rihanna's pregnant or not, because y'all not getting no music. Okay, it's evident that Rihanna does not care about her fans. I don't understand. Here's my thing, though. If any other artist was doing what Rihanna was doing, certain allegations would come up. Like, their voice is not the same anymore. That's what the streets are saying about Rihanna, that her voice is not the same, and that's why she's not doing any more music. If you guys remember, she did a Smurf soundtrack, and how did that track on the Smurfs sound? If you guys remember, didn't it get named one of the worst tracks of 2025? And this is not shade to Rihanna. But at the end of the day, we got to start looking into other excuses. It can't always be that she's pregnant. There might be something else going on. Okay, now, I do believe that Devil Nation has sabotaged Rihanna in the past when, they allegedly leaked Anti, and she might be, holding some resentment towards Camel Face in regards to that. But maybe what if her voice ain't the same? You got to think about that. I feel like at the end of the day, we got to look into other things other than, she's always pregnant. There's other reasons why she's not releasing music. It can't be just that. Everybody else have kids and release music. Summer, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, everybody else release kids and release music. Okay? Nicki Minaj was in the studio 9 months pregnant doing features. I mean, did y'all forget about the Say So remix and Trolls? Like, let's not forget, there's people that work while pregnant. There's something else going on. And the streets are saying, and this is not, don't shoot the messengers, Navy. Streets are saying Rihanna's voice is not the same. Okay? And, even if she released music, it's going to be old and AI. I mean, we saw what happened with the Smurf soundtrack. Go listen to that Smurf song she dropped last year. You telling me that was Rihanna? Just think about it. People can say, oh, didn't she perform at the Super Bowl? But that was lip singing. She wasn't really singing live at the Super Bowl. That was lip singing. Y'all know that. The mic wasn't fully on. So, we need to see Rihanna live with the mic right in front of her face. No backtracks, no nothing, and see how she can really sing. And I bet you she ain't gonna sound the same. Now, moving on to Mano from Katseye that allegedly got kicked out of the group. She liked a post suggesting that her hiatus from the group was due to online racism and alleged mistreatment by the label. Okay, now if you want to know the real tea, that's on Patreon. Link will be in the description. What's going on with Katseye and Mano? But my whole thing with Katseye, I feel like y'all trying to act like this is some iconic girl group. You know, I done seen people compare her to Beyonce. The disrespect is just out of here. Like, I couldn't even believe that. A dummy tweeted and said, Katseye has three paths. Mano is successful and Katseye too. Beyonce and Destiny Child. Mano is successful and the group fails. Camila Cabello and Fifth Harmony. Both failed Little Mix. Okay? Now, here's my thing. We need to keep Beyonce out of the conversation because she'll never in life be on Beyonce's level. Like, let's stop. You gotta start from like Normani. I can see her getting compared to Normani or Camila Cabello, the races, but we need to stop with the Beyonce comparison when people go solo. There's only one Beyonce. There's no artist in the group, any boy band or girl group, that has had the success that Beyonce has had in her solo career. There's none. Okay? TLC, Chili's not no Beyonce. The SWV, you can name Candy and Tiny. They ain't on Beyonce's level. Okay? We don't care how much they write because they can't sing. So as long as they got that talent, that's fine. But we need, every time somebody goes solo, they want to compare it to Beyonce. Like, no. Compare it to Normani and Camila Cabello, the races first. Don't compare it to Beyonce. Okay? Y'all setting them up for failure. Don't do that because you're setting them up. Y'all did that with Normani, and guess what happened to Normani? Y'all did that with Normani. What happened to Normani? Career on Floppiana. She's a wag now. Don't set up Mano like that. Come on now. Have some class. Now, what is going on with Camel Face and Queen B? Something is up. But unfortunately, they have been exposed. Camel Face has been secretly changing his name on all the streaming platforms. It's very interesting now that he has been exposed for being in the Blankstein files, but it was an anonymous tip that was sent to the FBI. But it looks like Camel Face has been putting 2 dots over the Y in his name. Allegedly, I guess he's trying to create another name or alter ego for himself, possibly. But it's coming at an interesting time. Now, he's not the first artist to do it. Nicki Minaj has done it with, Howard Juka Barbie, Red Ruby, Chung Lee. But, on all the streaming platforms, her name is Nicki Minaj. Those are just alter egos, But Diddy did it with Sean Combs and Puffy and Puff Daddy. But I think it's very interesting, the timing of you trying to subliminally change your name on all the music platforms after your name was dropped in the Blankstein files. I think that's very interesting. I'm sorry. And I wonder if Queen B will be following suit. But in my opinion, I feel like it's not going to really change how people view Camel Face. So he can try this little trick. I just don't think it's going to work. Okay, so this trick is a little bit of a chop for me. What you should do instead is maybe you should confess to your sins, okay, and apologize publicly. Because this looks a little bit guilty in my opinion. Why are you changing your name? Okay, that's very interesting. It seems a little bit guilty in my opinion. Now, moving on to the BAFTA Awards, they will receive 100,000 lashings. A Tourette's campaigner, John Davidson, shouted the N-word while Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were on stage at the BAFTA Film Awards. Host Alan Cumming thanked the audience for their understanding after several outbursts throughout the event. Okay, now here's my thing. Okay, and there's no shade because I know that when you have Tourette's, you can just have random outbursts and some of the stuff is just in your consciousness or whatnot. But I don't feel like this is really an excuse to be racist. I'm sorry. And I feel like if you have this disorder, you should not be at an award show. Okay, no shade. I believe that. I'm sorry. You should not be at an award show, because at the end of the day, if you can have outbursts like that and say a derogatory name while black people are on stage at any time, okay, and it's not like he was saying the C word to the white people when they was on stage. It just happened to be black people on stage and you say the N word. What a coincidence. Either way, I feel like it's inexcusable. I'm sorry. And the BAFTA Awards, they should be ashamed of themselves. And they said that the award show wasn't even live. So they played it just to humiliate Michael B. Jordan, because the award show allegedly not even live. So they could have cut it out. But of course they didn't, because Michael B. Jordan is black. And if you notice, they've been very disrespectful to Michael B. Jordan throughout the Sinners award season. He's been getting snubbed left and right. They won awards at the BAFTA Awards, but they've been getting snubbed, Michael B. Jordan in particular. Not necessarily Sinners, but Michael B. Jordan has been getting snubbed left and right. And I feel like it's inexcusable. I can't see how somebody needs to be in the audience if they gonna do these type of outbursts. I'm sorry. Okay? Watch it from home or be in the background somewhere. Okay? You don't need to be at the ceremony doing all that. I'm sorry. No. Absolutely not. If a black person was saying derogatory slurs, whether they had a disorder or not, canceled. Automatic cancellation. Okay? Now, BBC has issued a fake apology after hours have went by, saying that they're going to remove or edit out the racist outbursts. Okay? But I don't fully buy it, because y'all could have edited out the N-word being said before, because it wasn't live. So they could have edited out before. So I think it's cap. They just mad about the backlash that they're receiving. And like I said, I think it's unacceptable. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link would be in the description. And I hope you have a great day.